Korea's duty-free landscape is shifting, starting with a significant loss for Korea's retail giant Lotte, which is, of course, already struggling with a prolonged founder-family feud over succession rights. On the other hand, another Korean retail giant, Shinsegae, and Doosan Group, which is a leading industrial conglomerate, came out of the battle gloating, winning licenses to open duty-free stores in the nation's capital. What does this mean, and how would it change the duty-free competition in this country? Well, joining me live in the studio to give us the details is our very own Minji. Minji, first off, why such fierce competition to win over the rights to run duty-free stores here in Seoul?
Good evening, Connyoung. That's because the business has reaped in huge profits recently. In 2014, 6 duty-free stores in Seoul posted combined sales of nearly $4 billion. Now, it's been on an upward trend since 2007, and it's expected to top $8 billion this year. But a new law requires them to renew their licenses every 5 years. And while it will change the landscape, it's also raising concerns that it could deal a blow to the industry's competitiveness.
There are 2 new players on the field as retail giant Shinsegae and heavy industries conglomerate Doosan were lucky to grab golden tickets to open new duty-free stores in Seoul. Shinsegae, which plans to open its new store in April next year, aims to reap in sales of almost $1 billion in the first year. Doosan plans to turn Dongdaemun Market, a hub for the nation's fashion industry, into a major tourist destination, attracting some 13 million visitors to the area over the next 5 years. Until now, Lotte and Shilla have been the big names in the industry, but with the entry of the new players, the nation's duty-free landscape is expected to change.
70% of tourists come to Korea to shop. The duty-free market plays a part in deciding the country's competitiveness. We need more new players to boost the industry.
While their plans have been ambitious, some have doubts whether these plans will live up to the expectations. Duty-free shops require a lot of investment, such as state-of-the-art interior designs, as well as hosting luxury brands. But a new law requiring existing operators to renew their licenses every 5 years through an open competition means there's uncertainty whether they will maintain that license, not to mention having to deal with their employees and leftover merchandise if that were the case.
The new law prevents monopolization, and now companies will work harder so as to retain these licenses, but it could prove to be a hurdle for new operators to gain footing in the market.
Another sticky point is that some lawmakers have proposed a revision of a bill that will force duty-free store operators to pay 100 times the licensing commission they are paying now, which will inevitably lead to price hikes, making products less attractive to tourists.
The duty-free business is a core pillar of the tourism industry, so it's important to find ways to have duty-free stores help boost the industry as a whole.
Experts at Korea's duty-free stores are too focused on luxury brands, so there's a need to diversify on products like Korea's own unique designer brands in order to set itself from global competitors.